After a news report revealed that the Karnataka government was considering a proposal to introduce 4% Muslim quota in government tenders, the Siddaramaiah government has issued a statement acknowledging the demand but rejecting any such proposal on the table. The BJP has hit out at Siddaramaiah government, claiming that the Congress government in Karnataka wants to reduce reservation meant for socially backward communities. The BJP has accused the Congress of being in gross contempt of constitution, which preludes reservation based on religion. It was Prime Minister Narendra Modi who, during a NewsX interview in the past in May this year, had warned the citizens against this mindset of religious quota in government contracts. Listen in. यार आप टॉक बैक बंद करेंगे कि नहीं?
सिंह जी की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस ला करके रख दी तो फिर वो बोलते बंद हो गए। तो ये एक घटना। अब उनके मैनिफेस्टो में कहा गया है कि अब ठेके में भी आरक्षण होगा, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट सिस्टम में। मतलब कहीं ब्रिज बन रहा है तो ब्रिज किस आधार पर आज दिया जाता है? जो कंपनी लेना चाहती है उसमें रिसोर्सफुल है कि नहीं, एक्सपीरियंस है कि नहीं, कैपेबिलिटी है कि नहीं है, वे इस काम को समय पर करने की उनकी क्षमता है कि नहीं है, इन सब को देख करके उसको टेंडर मिलता है। तब जाके वो अब कहते हैं उसमें भी हम माइनॉरिटी को आरक्षण देंगे, मुसलमान को आरक्षण देंगे। ये सारी घटनाओं को एक साथ जोड़ करके देखें तो जब ये कहते हैं हम इनहेरिटेंस टैक्स लगाएंगे, मतलब जो भी संपत्ति लेगी तो संपत्ति पर अधिकार किसका होगा? जो मनमोहन सिंह जी कहा था उनका होगा। अगर ये सीधा सीधा पूरा कैनवास पर रखो तो इसका लॉजिक यही निकलता है। ये देश कैसे स्वीकार करेगा?
Ramesh Kantiwara joining me on the telecast. My colleague Ramesh, give us details about this 4% Muslim quota row that has erupted. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has denied that the government is going to consider it.
Yes, Megha, recently the Muslims group, the minorities, they have approached Chief Minister Siddaramaiah about the awarding the civil contracts, reservation in civil contracts awarding, so that they could get more civil contract work. The government also has proposal what official sources have said, but Siddaramaiah denied these reports. But these it is said that 4% of quota to be reserved for the awarding civil contracts to the minorities, that especially Muslim minorities, what Congress government is proposing. Even opposition parties also alleging, BJP alleging that Siddaramaiah is making this proposal. Already Congress government making many appeasement programs during his last tenure. During this 2014, there is a lot of controversies of appeasement has erupted. The Shadi Bhagya and other programs which Siddaramaiah held, these things are later cancelled by the other next governments. Now now the Congress government is seeking to award a 4% civil contracts up to 1 crore rupees tenders to award Muslims. This is the thing what the new law has come to light. Already there is a 43% reservation in awarding the civil contracts. Out of this, 15% to SC and STs, 4% to category 1 BCA and 24% to category BCA 2. What in BCA 2 already minorities are getting in that BCA 2 quota. Now other than that, the 4% extra quota will be the what the government of proposing. These opposition parties are demanding not to implement these kind of reservations. The BJP opposing this quota proposal, Mega.
Right, absolutely. Now, in the past as well, a row had erupted, especially during the Lok Sabha election campaigning that had taken place. And questions once again were being raised about the 4% Muslim quota. There were the Andhra Pradesh government, the Telangana state, and as well as the Karnataka governments, which is now led by the Congress, came into the ambit of it, and BJP had targeted these political parties, the Congress and of course the party of Jagan Mohan Reddy about giving over 4% quotas, which is then going to increase the cap that has been set up by the Supreme Court to only put 50% quota in total for the underprivileged Dalits, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and Muslims in the quota.
Yes, Mega, so far in Karnataka now only 43% quota is the 43% quota is in rule. The only 15% to SC/ST and other 4% to category 1 of BCA, that is backward classes, and backward classes 2, category 2% people will get around 25% of quota in civil contracts. Now they are going to increase that one. That increased portion they are going to give Muslims what proposals are there, what the sources said. But
Ramesh
BJP
and joining me on the telecast right now is Tom Vadakan, BJP leader. Mr. Vadakan, how do you have to react to this quota row that has erupted? The Congress Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has denied that any such proposal is being considered by the Congress government in Karnataka.
Well, this was a news reported by Deccan Herald, so one believes what the newspaper wrote is based on information that they had. Be what it may, these are all desperate measures in desperate times. Let me tell you, this business of Muslim quota for contracts and what have you, they should get to the bottom of how many castes are there among Muslims. The backward section of Muslims should be addressed, not the creamy layer. So the point here is that they want to have a caste division, but the question here is it going to the last man in the ladder among the Muslims? And if that is not happening, then this is pure appeasement, just to get votes. And after getting the votes, like they have their their schemes like transport and all that, and free transport and all the freebies that they give. These are all, basically cosmetic, essentially to get votes.
Okay.
And
Mr. Vadakan, but also the question, Karnataka already reserves 43% of the civil work contracts in various categories, which is scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, the OBC contracts. We're talking about the OBC category 2A contracts. Is there a need for categories be built and quotas be provided, especially when it comes to civil work contracts? Shouldn't the credibility and the qualifications of a contractor be paramount in handing over the contracts?
Absolutely, and that is why when you travel on the roads, you find these potholes and what have you, and the kind of civil work that's happening. In Bangalore city is a standing example. Leave other cities. I mean, I can point out 100 issues. So this kind of discrimination that happens when you do not give it to a vendor who has the caliber to deliver, and that I think is important, whether he belongs to A community, B community or C community. It has to be on the capacity to deliver and ensure that the infrastructure development that has been given to them is in proper place. If they do not have it and they subcontract it, this is precisely what is happening in the city of Bangalore and other places in Karnataka.
Okay. Mr. Vadakan, what is the difference according to you in the quotas that are being provided in the educational institutions and other job market across the country versus quotas being provided in the civil work contracts? Because there has been a push from all governments, all political parties, whether it is the BJP or the Congress, who want to provide quotas to the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, to the Muslims, to the OBCs when it comes to educational institutions. How is it different from providing quotas to the civil work contractors?
See, the issue is simple. The scheduled caste, the scheduled tribes and the OBCs and the backwards have suffered. When you give them education, when you give them reservation in education, you ensure that they move forward, and that is not reserving anything for them. They have to fight for the jobs. They have to be in the market, but then you give them the kind of suffering they have gone through and they have been backward in education, to bring them in level with the national level, you have to give them that support, and that I think is acceptable. But the question here is on giving commercial contracts to people who do not have that, capacity to. They take the contract and subcontract it to somebody else. So then it becomes a commercial deal, and in that commercial deal, taxpayers suffer because they don't get the infrastructure for which they are paying taxes.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.